Hey peeps, we are back, but we are talking Bravo Housewives updates, the things we find online. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. So let's get started with the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It seems that their new season should be out pretty soon. So there was a tweet captured by Queens of Bravo, which I absolutely love, Queens of Bravo. Someone asked Lisa Barlow, you know, the star, director, producer, and writer of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Someone asked her, when is season 3 coming, Queen? And Lisa replied, a few weeks away. Someone then said, we will ruin a hoe's life. Lisa replies, yes, we will. Now, I have no idea who this hoe is. I'm assuming they're talking about Jen. I don't know, but I can tell you I'm here for it. Get down in the comments, you guys. Are you ready for a new season of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Do you want to see all the explosive reactions to Jen Shah pleading guilty in her case? Also, are we ready for bad weather again? I'm just saying, they irritated the hell out of me last season. Now, moving on to the Real Housewives of Orange County. So I did hear that Vicki went on a podcast with Kelly Dodd, and she was asked how she felt about Tamara going back to the Real Housewives. And Vicki said that she really misses being a part of the Real Housewives and that she was really upset that she was not asked back. She knows that they are currently filming and that she was really hurt. Personally, I can understand it. I really can. You started the Housewives. You always refer to yourself as the OG of Housewives, and it is true. Vicki Gunvalson is definitely an OG of the Housewives. I totally get being hurt, but if Tamara is truly your friend, you should probably have said, even though I missed the show and I wish they would have asked me back, Tamara is my girl and I'm so happy for her, and I hope that she really enjoys filming with the girls. You know, don't just be so mopey and down. You know, big up your girl for getting back on the show. Maybe having Tamara back on the show can actually help you in the future. Anyway, Tamara did talk about it on her podcast a little bit, and she said understands that Vicki is hurt and that if the situation was reversed and Vicki got back on the show and she didn't, she would also feel hurt as well, but she would absolutely be excited for Vicki, and she would share that, you know, in interviews that she was really excited for Vicki. So, you know, I know that Vicki has been going through some things. You know, she's down bad right now. There was some mess online about her overreacting at the airport when she lost her wallet. So it seems that someone at the airport found her wallet, turned it into security. Security then held the wallet. Someone, I guess the officer, opened up the wallet, trying to find out whose wallet it was, moved things around a little bit. But when he gave her the wallet back, she acted so indignant over the fact that he didn't put everything back the way he found it. And the police officer told her, well, I don't have to give it back to you. And then she started crying and carrying on. So he gave it back to her and she got on the plane. My thing is this, you sound real entitled. First of all, you're lucky that somebody didn't actually rob you. Second of all, the man put the stuff back in the wallet. Nothing was missing. You are about to board a plane. Rearrange your damn wallet when you get on the plane. Stop being like this. This is possibly a fraction of why they didn't invite you back. Stop it, Vicki. Then we move on to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So it seems that Marlo makes a post that has a sign of KFC, and it says, I love you, Candy Yams. This bucket is worldwide, and KFC decided to get into the mix. KFC says, sometimes an olive branch is a chicken leg. You know, I think that's cute. I really do. Anyway, listen, since they had that whole makeup over the chicken, they are still back arguing and fussing again. So maybe Marlo needs to send over a bucket of Colonel Sanders to Candy's house. Sheree also tweeted, make sure your credit card's ready. Hashtag She by Sheree. Hashtag Real Housewives of Atlanta. Hashtag joggers. Hashtag let them talk. I personally would like to hashtag, I sure as hell hope that you really do have joggers for sale on your website on the day that the episode airs. Stop playing with us. Nene Leakes made a post saying, I'm happy I was able to help all other Black women get job opportunities that are working for them. He stopped me from working because I was a threat to his career. Yet he was able to abuse me for years. I want to release these voice recordings so bad. Listen, I don't know what's on these alleged voice recordings, but if you have voice recordings, drop them, honey. Speaking of dropped, it looks like her suit against Andy Cohen has been dismissed without prejudice, meaning that she can refile her case against him later. My thing is this, not too long ago, she was doing all kinds of interviews and with different outlets and publications talking about how she would love to get her peach back. Listen, you called this man a drug addict and a racist. There is no way that he is willing to let you work with him again. You burnt that bridge. My thing is, Nene, listen, move on. I know that she's on College Hill this season on BET. Move on. Peeps, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. Also over at the Real Housewives of Potomac, Wendy put out a tweet that says that this season is going to be good. It's going to be an explosive season. We also hear that allegedly Sheree is back. Now, they're saying that she's possibly going to get her champagne flute back and become a Real Housewife for Potomac. And my thing is, I don't really think she's needed. I have never been a real fan of Reese, and I don't need it. What do you guys think? Are you happy to hear that Sheree will be back? Do you think she's going to bring anything to the season? We also hear that after 3 years of engagement, Robin and Juan have finally gotten a marriage license. Listen, I still believe this is for storyline purposes, and I think they came out and got this marriage license right before the new season is about to start, just so that people would not clown them and be all over them about this. Listen, whatever works for Juan and Robin is fine with me, but I just think that Juan really wish he could be somewhere else. And I can tell you right now, Michael Darby is somewhere mad as hell. How dare you get a marriage license? Over at the Real Housewives of New York, it seems that the past information we received regarding the Real Housewives of New York legacy cast has been confirmed, but I'm gonna say allegedly. We are hearing that Luann de Lesseps, the Countess, will be back along with Sonia Morgan, Dorinda Medley, Tinsley Mortimer, Jill Zarin, and Kelly Ben-Simone. We all know Jill and Tinsley are not here for Dorinda. And Dorinda was a complete mess in the Ultimate Girls Trip season 2. Honey, listen, I think that we are in for a good season. I think that it is going to be crazy as hell. And I also think that Ramona is probably very upset and pissed off that she has been dismissed, but it was time for Ramona to go. Also, we find out in the new Real Housewives of New York, the one that will be airing on Bravo, they have cast their first official housewife, a lady named Lizzie. I don't know much about her. I just know that she's an influencer and that she is married and she is all about the city. So it'll be interesting to watch. Personally, I think that Bravo should have the Real Housewives of New York legacy cast, and the new Real Housewives of New York should be on Peacock. But as of now, I'm hearing Legacy is going to Peacock. They might end up making me have to pay for the Peacock. Over at the Real Housewives of New Jersey, this is alleged, but this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that during the filming of season 13, Teresa and Louis decided that that would be their last season. Teresa allegedly said that they were just going to move on and go off into the sunset. She felt that she had shared everything she had to share with the show. She had gone through her marriage with Joe, and now she has married Louis, and she was just gonna go off into the sunset. But then this big blow up happened on the finale night filming at Dolores's boyfriend Paulie's house. So we are hearing that Dolores now lives at Paulie's house and that they had a party that was phenomenal. Frank, Dolores's ex, is saying that Paulie had went all out, had his home decorated beautifully for this party, and then all of a sudden Teresa and Melissa, Joe and Louis get into this huge blow up. He says that this blow up was so bad that they had to have cast members, production team, and security break up fights between Melissa and Teresa and Joe and Louis. Frank is saying that he doesn't think that their relationships will ever go back to normal. He doesn't think that they will ever be able to mend their relationship. So now, allegedly, Teresa is saying that she is absolutely 100% coming back to the Real Housewives, but that she refuses to work or film with Joe or Melissa and would prefer if they got rid of Joe and Melissa. They are also alleging that the rest of the girls on the cast have decided to move over to Teresa's side of the argument because, let's just face it, Teresa is definitely the queen of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. I have seen that Joe and Melissa are currently speaking with the other side of the family, including talking to the Manzos. So, Caroline Manzo had already mentioned that she wouldn't mind coming back to the show to hand Teresa her ass. So I have a feeling that season 14 is about to be good. I have a feeling that Bravo is absolutely going to keep Joe and Melissa, bring on some of the other Gorgas, or possibly bring on the Manzos to go against Teresa. This is going to be interesting. Frank said that he was absolutely devastated that at Teresa's wedding, she walked herself down the aisle when she was supposed to be walked down the aisle by her brother, Joe. Listen, I think that their mother and Nono, their hearts would be broken to find out how bad this relationship has gotten. Melissa and Joe get on their podcast, and Melissa says that the relationship with Teresa has become so toxic that they have decided to wash their hands of the whole situation. They are not trying to mend fences. They are just trying to go on with their lives, period. They also mentioned on their podcast that they know a whole lot of stuff about Louis, and they had been saving it and not saying anything because they wanted to protect Louis and Teresa. But now the gloves are off. I have no idea when they plan on releasing this additional information that they have, but what I can say is if they all come back for season 14, it's about to be good, number one. But another thing I can say is family is family. And I hope that they can find a way to come to some understanding, some middle ground, because there's kids involved. These kids love their family and they should know each other. I hope that they can find a way to work it out. Frank says that him and Dolores have known them for almost 40 years and he has never seen anything like this in his life. And he also says that he doesn't think that they can mend the fence. But we also learn, that Frank's new girlfriend, she is all up in season 13. So we are about to experience a lot of Frank and his new girlfriend. So this is going to be interesting. We also know that Teresa has had some sort of falling out with Dina as well, Dina Manzo, and Dina did not come to the wedding. I have no idea what is going on. You guys, get down in the comments. What do you think about Teresa and Joe's saying that their relationship is toxic and they cannot get the relationship back? They're brother and sisters. They don't have any other family. Now over to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now listen, peeps, there is a lot going on over there at the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So I'm going to start with the easy breezy stuff and then we'll get into the dark. So Denise Richards did a podcast called Divorce Not Dead, and she confirmed that she would absolutely return to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in the future if they asked her. I think Denise has been watching this current season and she can see that Garcelle, Sutton, Crystal, and Kathy have become a girl squad, and she feels like it's safe for her to come onto the show. I would absolutely love to see Denise Richards back, but who I would ultimately like to see back more than anybody else is Lisa Vanderpump. If they could not get Lisa Vanderpump back, I would love to see Camille Grammer, because Camille is not afraid of these chicks, and I would love to see them try to pull this crap with Camille. If Bravo really loved us, they would bring back Denise, Lisa Vanderpump, and Camille. You know what? If they really want to be nice to us, bring back Kim Richards. I'm just saying. There are some alleged rumors going from blog to blog stating that allegedly Bravo is planning on not asking Diana or Lisa back next season. Now listen here. I I can absolutely believe that they would not ask Diana back, but I really don't think that they would not ask Lisa Rinna back. Now, I would appreciate it very much. As a matter of fact, I would be extremely happy if they didn't bring back Diana, Lisa, or Erica. But I have a feeling that Bravo really likes the tension that Lisa Rinna brings, so they'll probably keep her. So Diana is in her feelings, okay, about Garcelle saying Google her on last week's episode. So she goes out on social media because she's got an attitude. There was a tweet on social media where somebody says Diana Googles Garcelle and spells it wrong. Garcelle replies to that and she says, not the misspelled version. And so, just making light of the misspelling, and Diana gets pissed off and she decides to take to her social media. She says, my grammar and spelling might be off for sure, but bottom line is I lost a baby at 18 weeks pregnant in the most violent way. I nearly died in the process and I'm ridiculed for spelling someone's name wrong. Fascinating what fan favorites get away with. Go on, trolls, do your worst. Oh God, are you serious? So Garcelle laughing over the spelling all of a sudden means that she's making light of your miscarriage? What world does she live in? Diana, listen, shut the hell on up. There is no way that Garcelle would make light of this woman having a miscarriage. She tried to pull the same thing with Sutton when she said that Sutton bringing up her miscarriages, trying to belittle her miscarriages. That is not true. Diana, listen, girl, get the hell out of here. This absolutely makes no sense. Garcelle was never trying to make light of your miscarriages. Garcelle then tweets and she says, I would never ridicule another woman over a miscarriage. I have had 3 miscarriages. I don't wish that on anyone. Everyone needs to calm down. Then Diana replies to Garcelle, there are more text messages, and you know that. Well, my thing is this. If there's more text messages, drop them then. Let us see them then, because I am damn sure you don't have one text message of Garcelle making fun of your miscarriage. Girl, Diana, you are really trying it. So also in Beverly Hills news, after last week's episode, Paris Hilton, Kathy's daughter, and as Kyle likes to remind us every single season, Paris is her niece. She goes out on her Twitter and she says, my faves, love my queens at Kathy Hilton, at Garcelle, at Sut, hashtag Crystal Minkoff, because we know that Crystal had shut down her social media for a while due to being harassed. She purposely posted a picture of the 4 of them where she has cut Kyle out of the picture. And if you look at the picture really good, you can see some of Kyle's hair made it into the picture. And then you see the real picture and it's like, oh, she purposely cut Kyle off. And I don't find anything wrong with that. If I saw the way Kyle has been handling this situation with the way Lisa Rinna and some of these other cast members have treated and disrespected her sister, and Kyle just sat back and allowed it, there's no way in hell that I would have posted that she was one of my favorites. In my opinion, my mom is always going to trump anybody else. No, ma'am. If you are not going to stand up for your own sister, who the hell are you? Are you afraid of the rest of the Fox Force? Get the hell out of here. So then Diana posts a cast picture and somebody replies, every episode you talk, I forget you are a castmate. And honey, listen, Kathy Hilton jumps onto the message and she says, me too, with a whole bunch of laughing faces. I said, oh God. This is why I love Kathy Hilton. And this is why I am hoping that she doesn't say the N or the F word or anything else derogatory in this next episode, because I want to continue to love Kathy Hilton. Oh, there's also a whole bunch of fans upset because Bravo cut out a scene from the episode when Lisa was having her lunch with Sutton, the private lunch where she forgave Sutton. And then later in the episode, she publicly harassed the hell out of Sutton and acted as if she had never had that conversation. In that private conversation, she shares with Sutton her worry about Erica and these pills. And the drinking. She tells Sutton that Erica was absolutely lit and that she wished that she had taken Erica home because Erica could hardly walk. She gets into her house and she falls and hits her head. She passes out and throws up. I think that that scene should not have been deleted. Clearly, Lisa is also just as worried about Erica as Garcelle was, but Garcelle has to look like the villain, so it was edited out. I don't think that's appropriate. I also think that right there was an opportunity for Sutton to jump in and say, even Lisa was concerned about your drinking. I think that would have been a good opportunity for Sutton to jump in and also back Garcelle up. So let's talk about Sheree. Now, when Sheree came on the show, I was so excited. I enjoyed seeing her on the show, but recently she has made some comments and now I'm side-eyeing the hell out of her. So in a recent interview, she did mention that she was supposed to be a full diamond holder, but she told the producer she didn't want to be a full-time housewife because she wanted to gradually step into that. So she decided that she wanted to be a friend of the show for her first season. So I'm assuming that she'll probably be back holding a diamond next season. But in this interview, she says that she has concerns about Sutton. She said that she feels that Sutton causes Garcelle to feel isolated from the rest of the cast, and that's why the rest of the cast will not, speak with her, and that's why Diana made those comments. She also says that she actually brought this up to Garcelle before she knew that Erica had made the comment. She says that she thinks that the reason Sutton does and says the things she says is because she's depending on Garcelle to back her up. I don't agree with that. I really don't. She also says that she really enjoys and likes Diana, and she thinks that Diana has got a bad rap. She also enjoys Lisa Rinna. She thinks that she's a very good person, a maternal person, and that she loves spending time and hanging out with Erica. She pretty much said that she likes all of the force. She didn't mention Dorit or Kyle that I can remember, but it seems to me that Sheree is picking a team, and the way she's going about it, I'm not here for it. I don't think there's a problem with Sutton speaking up for herself. I don't think that Garcelle backs her up that much. And when Garcelle does back Sutton up, she only backs up the parts that she agrees with. When Sutton does or says something that Garcelle thinks is not appropriate, she always tells Sutton up front that she doesn't believe that that's appropriate. So I don't know. I think Sheree is trying to make sure that she doesn't piss off the force, and I don't think that's a good look. I don't know, you guys. Am I being too hard on Sheree? Get in the comments and let me know. So it's reunion time for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Andy did post if we have any questions, let them know, because they're gearing up for this reunion. And I think all the girls are working hard to grab receipts for the reunion. This season has been full of bullying, gaslighting, and microaggressions, and I am over it. So Lisa goes on social media and she posts a picture that says, Aspen receipts, silence is golden. So she's clearly teasing that she's got receipts that she's going to pull out at the reunion regarding Kathy's behavior in Aspen. She also posted a picture that says, you better believe it, I'm going to talk about it. Well, we know you're going to talk about it through those glossed lips. Then later, she has the nerve to post something that says, stop shaming people who take medication for their mental health. Antidepressants work, so why do we shame people for taking them? First of all, ma'am, I certainly hope that this message isn't directed at Garcelle, because Garcelle didn't say anything was wrong with Erica taking antidepressants. Garcelle said taking multiple antidepressants, including Xanax, and 8 glasses of champagne or any other alcoholic drinks is a cocktail for disaster, and we should be worried about Erica and her safety. That is what she said. And also, when you think about it, Erica is not chauffeured around everywhere she goes. What if she's out for a nice night with the ladies? You know, the way PK was out with Lionel Richie and John Legend, and decides to have multiple drinks on this cocktail and medication and gets into an accident, hurts herself, or worse, hurts other people. I think that it is okay for Garcelle to be concerned about Erica. Give me a break. Also, someone spoke with Queens of Bravo that has some sort of connection to production, and they are saying that some huge fights break out in Aspen and cause some of the housewives to leave the house due to the drama being too much. They also say that 2 of the Fox Force members get into. I really hope that this episode delivers, because we know that Bravo will always promise us something. Oh, it's going to be big. This is going to be the best episode ever. And it just fizzles out like a Pop Rocks, you know? I guess we'll find out in tonight's episode. So here's the thing that has pissed me off thoroughly. So throughout the back and forth that has been going on between Garcelle and Diana, everything that's been going on with these housewives this season, so some pretty disgusting housewife fans / possible bots, which I'm thinking it might be bots, have decided to jump on social media and harass Garcelle's son Jax with a whole bunch of negative messages. Some of which saying that Garcelle is not a good mom, you know, that Oliver is an addict. Some pretty disgusting messages. You know, I feel about this the same way I felt about when everybody jumped on social media and harassed Kyle's little girl, Portia. This is not okay. These children are not a part of this. We only see them from time to time. They did not sign up to be on the Housewives, and they don't get a check for this. But these messages are disgusting. And you know, I'm going to post some of these messages in my video, but I'm not going to read all of them. You guys can pause the video and read them if you'd like. But there is one that I'm going to read because it's the most vile and it broke me so bad. I am an African American woman and I am raising a black son. And this breaks my heart. Someone posted, "You would have your neck kneeled on if it weren't for your white daddy. Tell your mom to leave Diane alone or you'll deal with us." What the entire fuck? Okay? I am pissed. This is vile and disgusting and a whole nother level. And this should not be allowed. I think that when this was posted on social media, you know, all of these places, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, they all talk about these algorithms that will snatch negative, disgusting messages like this. That should have been snatched. What in the hell? And I agree with Queens of Bravo when she says that Jax does not deserve this. No one deserves this. This is absolutely disgusting. And the fact that people are saying these vile things on behalf of Diana, but she remains silent, speaks volumes. She absolutely needs to come out and condemn these messages. She has not said a word. Garcelle did post a message and she says, "I'm usually a very strong woman. I've been raised to be strong. My life has taught me to be strong. But when it comes to my kids, it hurts. It's not okay. I've been in tears all night." It's just a TV show, people. Scream at your TV. Throw something at your TV, but leave our kids alone. But so these messages are not just hurting Jax. They talked about Garcelle. They talked about Oliver. And that comment about the white father, that affects her other child as well. This is just, oh my God, this is disgusting. Now, Lisa Rinna, who I can't believe I'm saying this, I appreciate, she went out and made a post about this after she got some messages sent to her about Jax. She says, "We are doing a TV show. We try to entertain you. Why can't you treat it like wrestling, for God's sakes? Love us, love to hate us, but leave the kids alone. What I was just sent about Garcelle's son is disgusting and unacceptable. What I heard happen to Portia," and she says at Kyle Richards, "is disgusting and unacceptable. What you've said and done to my own kids, disgusting. The threats at Pretty Mess, which is Erica's son, and I'm sure all of the other beautiful children, they didn't sign up for this. What are you doing? All of the kids should be off limit. So stop it now. Enough is enough." Kyle also went out and posted something too. She says, "All right, let's get one thing straight. Picking on children of the Housewives is not okay. It's never okay to attack a child. Is your life that actually empty? If it is, seek help. Shame on you." Garcelle did repost Lisa Rinna's comment and she says, "This has to stop. They are just kids." And my heart breaks for Jax. Listen, my thing is this. The world would be pretty boring if all of us looked alike. We are the same on the inside. We all love the same. We hurt the same. We cry the same. The only difference is we come in different shades and hues. Stop the hate. During the editing of this video, Jax did make a post and Garcelle posted it for him. Due to the fact that I have to run, I don't have time to read Jax's message, but I am going to post it. If you'd like to just pause the video and read it, it was really heartfelt. And you know, he's a child experiencing his first days in high school as a freshman, dealing with this bullying. It's not acceptable. My heart definitely goes out to Jax. Anyway, peeps, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.